I hit the start button a while ago.
Oh, you didn't say anything. Hi, everybody. Happy First Day Friday. And happy Friday the 13th, I guess.
Poopy.
Happy? Yeah. Anyhow, welcome to our video where we'll be talking about A&E 2023 trains. I think that's what they're calling it. It's what's on the map they provided. A&E's had a new venue this year, and it's a whole lot bigger, and there's a lot more going on this year. And I crazily obsessed over the schedule and put together all these different things that we're going to be talking about in this video today. Azreen, if you want to cue that up for me.
Which one? The list or the video? The pictures?
Well, pull up the map first.
Okay.
So the people at home can see it.
Okay, one second here. We're gonna get, and then a loop.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. When I switch windows,
yay,
it goes
there
away.
we go. Oh boy, I just realized we're gonna be covering up some of the info there.
Okay, we can move it around.
Okay.
I think.
The bottom left should be okay. You're able to move us over there.
Up. Hey, yep. You know what? I don't.
Hi.
There you go. All right, and then, yeah.
Yay! There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about this, everybody. We're kind of doing this a little bit spur of the moment. I put all this together, but we're doing this. Okay, so anyhow, here's the map. This is unaltered. The map that is on the A&E website. They have interestingly shown which directions each of the levels are connected using like train connectors. I guess what you'd see on a train map.
Oh.
That's what they're going for there. It's a little confusing, especially because you got to read the text on there to know whether or not that's going upstairs or downstairs. But hopefully it'll make
sideways stairs.
Hopefully it'll make a lot more sense in person, because I've never been inside this building before, so this is going to be all new. But yeah, it is definitely a lot bigger of a space, especially the Artist Alley and Dealer's Den. I briefly have a thing prepared of a list of all the different places in there, but just main thing I wanted to point out is the well, it's actually just right above us here. But yeah, the 18 plus section is no longer just one group. It is now a whole section full of dealers and booths there, and that's pretty awesome. That there's no longer just one company that's representing that crowd. So there's going to be a lot more variety of things there. So that's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of other artists' tables, and a bunch of them even have double tables. They got 2 slots to have their wares displayed, and yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. It's not going to be quite as big as what Anthrocon had, but I think it's going to be pretty close, at least from what I'm seeing here. It's definitely using a more conventional space compared to what Anthrocon had, which was just an open floor, where they were even able to drive cars into there, which is so wild. Azreen, you said you'd never seen anything like that.
Never seen that. I've been to bigger conventions than A&E, but Anthrocon, with the size of it, was just absurd. The size of the venue.
Yeah.
Like the dealer room, the overlooking it, and
yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, it's huge.
But anyhow, so here you can see all the yellow rooms are panel rooms. Everything but the one like all the way over there. What is it labeled Adams is all being used. I don't know why that's listed as being a panel room. There's no panels that are said to be listed in that room. But yeah, so the 6 yellow panel rooms Both the board game room and the video game room have panels and certain events happening in them, and the 2 ballrooms at the top are both being used for different events as well. And lastly, the registration room is the one in orange. That's where we'll be going first, obviously, register. But yeah, that actually ends up turning into something at the very end of the con, which we'll get to much later. So yeah, if you want to switch over to the next map and pull up the list.
Oh my, which list?
That one there.
This one?
Yes. So, first of all, Thursday, day 0, the photo room is going to be open from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Typically, trying to squeeze the photo room in has always been a challenge. I think I just barely managed to sneak in and get the photo room in 2020 with Lionel. And after our performance in the talent show, I managed to rush over, and there wasn't any lines, miraculously, and I was able to get some pictures taken solo there. Last year, Azurine, myself, and our friend Junior all got to get pictures taken together, which was pretty awesome. I do not remember how I ended up planning that out, or if it just ended up being a spur-of-the-moment spontaneous thing. But yeah, really great time getting to do that, even if, some of that was being stuck in a line waiting to get in, as it was fairly popular this past year. But who knows what that situation is going to be at this new venue, if the line situation is going to be better. But yeah, I'm excited to get more pictures, professional photos taken. And yeah, if the photo room is open, while there's not much else going on besides the registration and the dances, yeah, that's going to be great to get that in right there. So I'm not really missing out on panels to go to it. Let me see if I can't scroll this here. So like I mentioned, there's dances going on Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Our friend DJ Lycos is going to be performing first. So 9 o'clock, we may try to attend some of that before we go to the photo room or after, depending on how quickly we're able to get through registration. After that is Disco Fox. Bird Boy, you may be interested in checking out their set.
They actually played last year. I think they played right after Lycos.
Oh.
Or maybe right before. But
I definitely remember Huxley performed. I remember seeing them on the live stream of the dance. And yeah. I don't remember if they had ever done any dances on day 0. So this is at least I'm fairly certain it's considered day 0. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. If I'm misremembering it, I'm not the biggest person who's into the dances and stuff. But anyhow, so I didn't put it on this particular list, but I did have it on. I do believe I put it on here. Maybe it's on one of the other ones. Anyway, I probably didn't save it on the one I sent you. But yeah, the dealer room actually is available to us half an hour earlier than it is to the general members. So we'll be able to get in there at 9:30 instead of 10 when it normally opens. But opening ceremonies happens at 10. I may end up skipping that, as I often do, just by virtue of I've got other things to do, and it's being recorded, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, basically, they introduce the guests of honor and what the theme is, which is trains. But yeah, then at 11:30, which I am hoping to be done with or at least temporarily done. I haven't figured out what other openings I have to go to the dealer's room. But at 11:30, meet the guests of honor. Yeah, it's Giza the White Mage is hosting, and the guests of honor are Brayburn, Tanya Song, and Hearthfox. I'm not sure who the other two are, but I am definitely excited to see Brayburned. They are definitely somebody I've admired for some time. I have visited their table in the dealer room every year. And, it's awesome they are being recognized as a guest of honor. Let's see. Panels that are happening are Cartoon Train Safety, which is being hosted by Zach Wolf. That's definitely an interesting panel, if any of y'all are interested in that. But yeah, the photo room opens up at noon, and it's open until 4 o'clock. Then Furry Blockbusters. I'd say Cirrus is someone I'd consider a friend. My very first year attending A&E, I attended his game show panels and kind of felt the connection, helping him out and attending all of his panels. And I actually ended up meeting up with him for brunch the next year. So it ended up just being we were both headed there at the same time, and we ended up sharing a table. So I don't know, make of that what you will. But anyhow, Furry Blockbusters. Blockbuster is a game of speed and strategy where we find out if two heads are better than one. One player takes on a team of two as they answer questions to block their opponent's complete path on a board of hexagons. Contestants are chosen from the audience to win prizes. So yeah, you may have seen the show on Game Show Network. Basically, you're trying to build a chain from the left side to the right or vice versa. In order to reach the other side and block the other player from reaching the other side. So it is definitely a war of attrition, I'd say. It's definitely an interesting game, especially when, it's the questions factor is added in. I believe there's also a game that is available in the Clubhouse games, minus the trivia questions. Let's see, then Dance Furs Meet and Greet. The Furry Frontier. An open meet and greet for those interested in furry and Star Trek fandoms to meet, chat, and connect. If I wasn't in line to be attending a bunch of game show panels in a row, I would probably check that one out. So this is your first FurCon? Definitely not either of ours. But if it's yours and you're attending A&E, well, there you go. Next is making digitigrade legs, or how I learned to stop worrying and find a process. I just thought that was such a fun title. Next is sketchbook swap with one of the guests of honor, Hearth Fox. Then there's a nature photographer meetup, followed by the next panel that I'll be attending, Game Show Grab Bag, also hosted by Cirrus. Players get ready for the lightning round. Members of the audience will be chosen to come on down to play a variety of minigames based on TV game shows past and present. All games played will earn big bucks for the year's charity. Basically, for every amount points that are won, he will put he will put money into a jar that will be going towards the con charity. And he also opens it up to anybody who's there who wants to help donate to the charity to put in as well. Which I think is very generous of him that he does something like that. Next, the Great Soul Train Robbery. They are doing that, I believe that's in the game room there. Let me double check. Webster. The board game room. There we go. It's like, on the road to hell, there was a railway line, an express train to the infernal city of Dis, crewed by furries and carried treasure and souls of damnation. You're going to rob it. 2 to 6 players with no experience or dice needed can join in this 2 to 4 hour role-playing adventure. So that's pretty neat. I want my FMTV 2 furries and music videos. This is another one that it's on my maybe list at this point, but I would love to check this panel out. This panel celebrates a phenomenon of anthro characters in music videos by non-furry musicians, from Michael Jackson to Alex G. I'll present excerpts from these music videos and provide my own commentary and context, hosted by Bird. That's BYRD. I don't know if they are a bird or if that's just their name. Now,
shenanigans if they're not.
I definitely wanted to join this, the Fursuit games hosted by Meep. Fursuits and zany competitions. What could possibly go wrong? Nice Bubsy reference there. Then we got Embracing Neurodiversity. Pets in Space. Thomas and Friends with Randy Ringtail. This will be an hour-long panel featuring episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine narrated by me, Randy Ringtail. Definitely am planning to attend this next one, the Hyena Meet and Greet. Hosted by Maul. Meet up for all hyena furs. It doesn't matter if you have spots, stripes, mohawks, or ponchos, because we are all part of the Hyena Day family. Come meet other hyenas and share your favorite hyena facts, stories, and memes. Fursuits welcome but not required. Our friend Clavius says he's interested in attending that in his fursuit, so definitely we'll be looking forward to going to that and hopefully getting some pictures with them. Interestingly, it doesn't say like they are welcoming to non-hyenas, so I'm hoping that's just read between the lines, or they're not gonna be like, oh, you're not a hyena, we don't want you here. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. How to approach fursuit making by a beginner, which I think is pretty neat. This panel is a beginner-friendly class where we will discuss the topics about fursuit making, materials, the cleanup process, and making the concept not seem so intimidating. Additionally, I will provide handouts for tutorials, material suggestions, and will show real-life examples of mistakes and pieces in various stages of completeness. Ideally, I would love people to just leave with the idea that they can create something and they will be proud of. Then there's Trains and Black Holes, a beginner's guide to Einstein's relativity. Get your tickets to adventure with learning D&D. This one I'm hoping to at least check out. Have you ever wanted to create your own persona as a playable character? Well, hop aboard then, because today I'm going to be walking you through how to make a simple but usable D&D character sheet to play with your friends. My goal is pretty much just that. I have a fair amount of friends that are interested in role-playing RPGs, but don't exactly know where to start. I'll be bringing my own tools for this. I already have all the dice, paper, and pens, and a helper. So yeah, hopefully that won't be too crowded, and I'll be able to, join in on that. Or at the very least, to be able to watch and get a good idea of what to do. Because I bought this Rick and Morty D&D set a while back and hadn't had a chance to open it yet. Modular synthesis from basic to advanced concepts. Build a badge. Do you like badges? So do we. Let's make some fun persona badges together. I will bring the art supplies and the laminator. All levels of art skill are welcome, but none required. So I thought that was pretty cool for them to do. Naturalist meetup. Not quite what I had expected. Apparently, it's just people who love the great outdoors. Do you go, perhaps you a birder in your spare time? Perhaps you go herping or once in a blue moon, or mothing once in a blue moon, or just go digging in the mulch on occasion. So yeah, not exactly what Zootopia would consider a naturalist to be. Memorial for those we've lost, which is definitely interesting. I've never known that to be a thing, but evidently it's in its own special room, the Independence Boardroom, which is right there. Next is the Pool Toy Party. I attended this last year, and it was definitely one of my favorite events. Let's see. There we go. So it is being held in the Harbor Ballroom. It says, come hang out and play with inflatable pool toys, many of them designed by furries. Get your questions answered. How much do they cost? Where do I get my own? And how do I care for them? Let's see. Let me tell you about some cryptids. So you want to work with animals. Skulldog meet and greet. I'm hoping to at least get some photos with some of them. So that'd be cool. Riding the furry rails, taking Amtrak to FurCons. They've definitely done a good job of having plenty of train-related panels, but unfortunately they're not that of interest to me, unfortunately. There's always something more interesting to me happening at the same time as these. Cartooning 101, hosted by one of the guests of honor, Hearth Fox. Learn the basics of cartooning with guest of honor, Hearth Fox. TikTok 101, Digital Revolution Festival. Sketchbook Swap 18+, hosted by Brayburn. I am definitely hoping to attend that. Bring a sketchbook and get ready to swap. Attendees swap sketchbooks to draw on each other's books. Put badges or references to your OC in the front of your book and walk out with your book full of new surprise doodles. All 18 plus artists are welcome. Not safe for work. Art is allowed or / encouraged, but not required. I can't remember if it was this one or a different one, but I believe I saw that Brayburn's character Ollie is going to be appearing in fursuit there. Past the End game show. Our friend Junior the Lion, which I'm not sure if he went by his persona name in previous years. He only just got his fursuit during the pandemic, so he would have only been able to go by that last Annie. So I'm not sure if he did. But based on the short-lived game show back in 1978 on CBS, this is a quick-paced game show with a last-man survival format to see who can survive to win fantastic prizes. I am definitely one of the champions at that game, but thankfully he's a good friend of mine, so he's not too opposed, but letting me participate each time. Then there's the Magic Mystery Pin Brawl. It's a $10 buy-in and 30 chairs. I'll be busy being at Past the End, but hey, if anybody wants to go do that, I definitely welcome you to do it. It is played like Yankee Swap or White Elephant Gift. And basically you pick out a prize, and if you've ever done one of these things, you know what that's all about. You'll end up with a prize at the end that is supposedly worth at least what you paid of the $10 to get in. Train talk with Dodge and Patches. Train music. How to distract from drinking at a con. Which I think is a rather interesting topic to have. A variety show held in the Harbor Ballroom. Cannabis and Psychedelics 101. Also, very interesting topic to be talking about. The Art of Yo. Hosted by Kirby. Interesting name. Teaching people the basics of unresponsive yo-yoing. We will learn how to safely manage your surrounding area. Throw a yo-yo correctly and have it come back. And do a few cool tricks. People will also get to keep their yo-yo. There'll be a $5 entry for this panel. So in other words, your $5 is basically just paying for the yo-yo. How to start a convention. Enamel pin trading post. I went to that last time. It was moderately successful. I don't know that I'm going to be bringing my pin board. It's just so large and unruly to be carrying around and bringing all the way to the convention. Young at Heart. This panel is about the ABDL little community within the fandom and a social time for those who identify as them. It is hosted by Twitchy Blue Wolf, Possum, Relay, and BT Artemis. I want to say I've heard of at least Relay.
Artemise.
Is it Artemis? It might be.
I don't know.
Then the Friday Night Dances starts at 9 and goes to 2 a.m. Featuring DJs Foul Intentions, Gloton, Dodge, Ultra Pup, and Hybrid Theory.
Interesting.
Intro to Fish Keeping and Aquariums. Convention Horror Stories. Hosting a Fur Meet 101. 18 plus Magic Mystery Loot Brawl. I am definitely hoping to get in on this one. I missed out on it last year because it overlapped just a little bit with Junior's panel, and there was a hugely long line to get in outside. And because it's a admission fee to get in, it was a first in line gets in sort of thing. So I ended up at the back of the line and missed out on going in. But yeah, it's a $40 buy-in for this game of Theft and Blind Luck. Again, it's the same sort of deal, the White Elephant Yankee Swap kind of game. Toys, tales, art, and more. You just need to choose wisely and hope no one steals your prize. Yes, steal. Every choice is a gamble. Never fear, no one leaves empty-handed. And from the one of these that I did get to attend, that was just the pins. Was it? Yes, pins. The host of it, Magic, is very fair. She, at the end of the thing, she will ask everybody, "Do you feel you got your money's worth? If you feel you did not, raise your hand." And she goes around and will like verify, how much each thing's worth. If she feels that it's maybe not quite the value you paid in, she will let you pick something else. There's always more prizes than there are members that are there, so that you're at least able to get some other things. There was also one person who ended up with a tiara, and they were a cis male who had no interest in the tiara, so he was thankfully. I know, and it was a fairly heavy duty one. It was like not a plastic toy. It was like metal with probably cubic zirconium jewels in it or something. But it was fairly heavy duty. But anyhow, moving on. Karaoke from 10:30 to 12:30. Karaoke, come and sing your favorite hits. Special bonus points if they're train related. Show up early as it's first come, first serve, and space fills up fast. So I may just come around just to listen to people sing.
Crazy Train.
Yes, that was definitely one that I would sing. Werewolf. The town of A&E has been overrun by werewolves. Through deduction and deception, reveal the hidden roles that this game has to offer. Doors close 5 minutes after start time. Furry Improv. Join your friendly feline hosts, Heath, for a 2-hour medley of audience participation, improv comedy like seen on Whose Line Is It Anyway? All skill levels welcome. So yeah, that is Friday. All right, next. We lost thing.
No, you could do the. No, that was already open. You just gotta go to your text first, because that's gonna go away when you change the text.
Oh, you're right.
All you have to do is hit the next arrow when you want to go to the next picture.
Oh no.
Go to
over here.
There
you
go.
Oh, it didn't. The map is still here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, so it's Saturday. All right. So Saturday, artist trading cards, make and trade. ATCs are business card-sized pieces of art made for fun and trading. Fun and for trading. If you have your... it's a little too big here. If you have your own, this is a place to find furs to trade with. If you have none, we'll be explaining how they're made and provide some materials to let furs make their own. Paper and some tools will be provided, but please bring anything you can too. We'll also have your character here, templates for furs to draw over. All skill levels welcome. I thought that was pretty neat. I've never heard of those before. Transformation meet and greet. As a meetup for all who enjoy transformation. Throughout the years, plenty of media have shown various types of transformations, and here would be a place to discuss it with like-minded people. Not only will we meet up in a group, but also find others with similar interests with the transformation niche of fandom. It would be a space for anyone to talk about anything they saw growing up in cartoons, read in books, saw in comics, or even commissioned themselves. The Possum Panel, spelt with $signs for some strange reason. It apparently is a panel where you make a beaded opossum keychain as a souvenir with an $8 entry fee. That's pretty much all it said. Science Furs Networking. Dutch Angel Dragon Meetup and Q&A. Dutch Angel Dragon Meetup. Hang out with some Dutch Angel Dragons and take some cute photos, which I am absolutely hoping to take lots of at this con. Got questions about Dutch Angel Dragons? There will be a small portion of the panel where we answer questions. Hopefully there will be someone who talks and doesn't just speak and squeaks. Okay, so... apologies for the little bit of scuff there. We are continuing on. Classic cartoons. Celebrating TV, movies, cartoons, especially furry, from the 40s to the 2000s. Theme songs, ads, and our personal favorites, and trivia. Feedback on or more recent animated films and TV shows compared to earlier efforts. Hosted by a friend of mine, Anthrocoon. At least I consider him a friend. Next, Adulting 101. Definitely interested in checking this one out. Hosted by JT Wolf. It's a rough world out there, especially if you don't know what you're doing. JT Wolf, this panel's host, understands. He's in his mid-30s. He's in his 30s, still doesn't have everything figured out. What he does have is experience in dealing with mental health, surviving heart surgery, while awake on the table, working in fields including marketing, journalism, and politics, and the best way to knock down a bedbug infestation, which he's had to do 3 times! Among other things, let's have a roundtable discussion about life's pressures and the best ways to keep our heads up, move forward, and claw some joy out of the world around us. So that's pretty cool, pretty awesome. I definitely could have used an adulting thing in my life. Unrailed Score Attack Tournament in the games room. DJing 101 hosted by DJ Hawk. Fursuit photo setup. So this is the big group photo. The setup starts at 11:30 to 12:30. They say the doors close sharply at 12:30, so please arrive as early as possible. So while that's going on, what's like to drive a train? POC party, which I had to look up what that was. It's rather unusual. To me, at least. Then otters, ferrets, weasels, skunks, and other slinky folk. Kind of a shame I'm missing out on that. Would have been nice, especially considering have a good friend in Merle's group called Haladal, who is a stoat. A meetup of mustelids, otters, skunks, ferrets, weasels. If you're Fursona or you love them, come on down and mingle. Hopefully they have more of a plan. I went to a panel that had a similar thing, and they had no structure. They were just like, all right, so what do you guys want to do? So that was a little disappointing when I attended one of those. So yeah, then the fursuit photo and parade from 12:30 to 2. Hopefully it doesn't go all the way to 2 o'clock. Hopefully this is kind of a loose structure thing. I may not end up, if it goes outside, I probably won't participate in the outside portion like I didn't last year. Ticket to Ride tournament continues, starts. This is in the Webster board game room. Yes, Webster's board game room. Pro Wrestling Furs meetup. I wonder if Junior, the wrestling lion, will be attending that one. It's a meet and discussion for furries that enjoy or are interested in professional wrestling. JFET's Train Papercraft panel. This happens at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. One of the reasons why I was like, I hope the fursuit parade doesn't actually go all the way to 2 o'clock, because JFET is definitely a fursuiter. Join JFET and decorate, build, and craft your very own paper trains to choo-choo around the convention with. All supplies to be provided for free. All ages welcome. Yeah, JFET and his brother MOSFET always have such interesting and fun panels for all ages. Next...
I usually don't see those two in the same place. Why is that?
Indeed. Therianthropy discussion and meet and greet. So yeah, it's about Therians, demystifying the Therianthropy, otherkin, and alter humanism. So yeah, if you've ever wondered about that side of the fandom, you may want to go check that one out. This one I think is going to be up your alley for sure. Birds of a Feather Flock Together Bird Meetup, hosted by Beaky.
Beaky is wonderful.
A place for all local and non-local birds to meet up, socialize, and hang out to celebrate the shared love and connection of birds. BYOS, bring your own seed. It is only half an hour long. It went from 1:30 to 2.
Yeah, we're just thinking of, there's going to be a group photo, which is something I have wanted to do ever since becoming an avian, or realizing I was an avian.
Yes. Them's Fighting Herds tournament. I'm hoping I can get in on this one. Compete together in this classic style fighting game. Best 2 out of 3 rounds, single elimination. Sign up at the video game room front desk with 32 players maximum. I have yet to actually play it out beyond Friday, so hopefully I have room in my schedule to attend this. Ticket to Ride tournament 2. Show and tell. Meet the charity needs world-class service dogs. Let's see. How May I Help? An open discussion on mental health. EVA foam basics. Learn the basics of EVA foam with a cosplayer and turned furry. Come join for a short slideshow and learn about EVA foam and how you can use it. Then put your knowledge to practice and experiment with others. Basic craft supplies, templates, and EVA foam scraps will be provided. To make the most of this panel, bring your own foam is advised. It is hosted by One Shot Whims and Master of Plush. Animal music. It's like our annual rock concert returns with a fantastic lineup for this year. Come check out the Jeffrey Prism, Full Color, Sarah of Sarah, and the Safe Word, and our guest of honor, Tanya Song. New Kids on the Block Fur Meetup.
Most random.
So, apparently New Kids on the Block is from Boston, which I did not know, as I never got into New Kids on the Block. So
what?
Questions in the Dark.
Not hanging tough. He's not rough.
Okay, I have heard that song at least. I did not realize that was them. I am sorry, any New Kids on the Block fans that may be watching.
Or NKOTV if you were following them in the 90s.
They actually did mention that acronym, I believe.
They went by that for a time.
Could have swore it said it on there. Well,
no,
there it is. We'll have plenty of fun NKOTB content on the screen for you to enjoy as we geek out about OG boy band.
They actually had a cartoon show back in the day.
Oh my!
Too.
Questions in the Dark. Apparently, Fenway Health charity event is going to be doing something there. I may try to check that out.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat. I have a friend that works at Fenway still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I used to help Lionel at Fenway with doing entertaining. The philosophy of art styles. Unsure what your style is? No sweat. Come on, learn developing art styles with our guest of honor, Heart Fox. Ticket to Ride Tournament Part 3. This was in my game? Cut content in retro games. Hosted by friend Rick Fox. The Smash Hit panel is back for yet another round this year. Join Rick Fox, co-admin of the popular gaming website, The Cutting Room Floor, as he digs up some amazing finds that you'll never would have guessed you'd see in some of your favorite old school video games. Unused graphics and music? Check. Debug modes? Check. Bizarre things that programmers never thought you'd see? Double check. Even if you've seen this panel before, there's always some new surprises just waiting to be seen. Come on and join this modern-day archaeological dig and see what measures are waiting to be found. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Rick Fox was aiming to get a complete NES collection, and I know at one point he was only a few games away. He might have completed it by now. But yeah, he's a really cool guy, and I'm glad to be able to call him a friend. The Furry Library presents 20th Century Publications, a show and tell of curated selections of over 3,000 items in the Furry Library, an archival project of furry fandom publications. Roller Coasters and Theme Park Furs Meetup. Rail Furs Meet and Greet. The history of the MBTA, which is the Massachusetts Bay Transit Authority. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. It actually doesn't say on there. The Relaxing J-Pop Oldies Social Hour, hosted by friend Junior the Lion. This is a simple social panel where people can come in and relax while listening to old Japanese music tracks and or music videos from mainly the 20th century, including various types of music genres from Japan as well. Twitch Furs Hype Train. Shout out all streamers, whether you're an experienced broadcaster or dabble in OBS from now and then, this meetup panel is for you. Come and feel free to discuss the games you would like to stream, your PC console setups, your favorite emotes to spam and chat, whatever you want. Be there or be resident sleeper emote. Kind of weird they put that in the text there. The T in LGBTQIA+, what does it mean to be trans? Hosted by Psyche. This panel describes what it means to be transgender and goes over the process involved in identifying oneself as trans, coming out, and undergoing transition. Open to people who are trans, questioning, or wishing to be allies. Info panel with a safe space Q&A discussion to follow.
Yay!
Longitudinal fursuit pricing research. Learn how COVID-19 has impacted the cost of fursuits and how fursuit making needs to change their practices to turn a profit. See how inflation has impacted this niche subculture.
Oh, yeah, we've seen some inflation furries.
Not what that's about, but fair. BARQ Town Hall. Creating an app for a furry fandom is not always easy, but almost always fun. At the BARQ Town Hall, we'll be talking about our journey so far, showing sneak peeks of our roadmap, and taking ideas and comments from all attendees. If you have thoughts about BARQ, we'd love to hear them. As with any BARQ event, there will be plenty of stickers and other things we'll be giving away, and plenty of chaos. Zoids Battlegrounds. Hybrid strategy cardboard game set within the Zoids universe with gameplay similar to Fire Emblem / Front Mission. Pick your Zoids, build your deck, conquer the battlefield. Join our community, Telegram Zoids fans, excuse me. Native Americans culture. Tanya Song and company bring light to the absolute richness and diversity of true, authentic Native American cultures from history to present day. Come see the panel with photos, videos, and other interactive media to learn the original people of North America whose cultures are still alive and vibrant to this day. PowerPoint Night, an intellectual conversation and exchange of various topics in the marketplace of ideas. That's quite the mouthful. Ponder's Super Retro Streamlined Dance Party. Dragon's Dojo, Anthony New England's first ever 1v1 dance battle event. Come join some of the fandom's most talented dancers as they clash in the dojo. Nuclear Trains. There we go. Magic Mystery Loop Brawl, all ages. 30 players, 30 winners. Yankees gift swap, $30. Buy in for this fast-paced game of theft and blind luck. Toys, train, tales, art, and more. You just need to choose wisely and hope no one steals your prize. Yes, steal. Every choice is a gamble. Never fear, no one leaves empty-handed. I explained the other one earlier. It's the same thing, but this one's open to all ages. History of transformation and shapeshifters. Confessions of Native American furries. Come casually hang out with Native furries in this two-part panel, storytelling, then Q&A conversation. Native folks in the fandom talk about our interesting or funny stories of our experiences traveling for cons and other big events. What are our quirky experiences in a land that doesn't understand us? What odd questions have been asked? Myth-busting trans and gender, diverse health misinformation. Finding the facts about gender-affirming healthcare amidst swirling media and social commentary can be difficult. Join Courtney Skaggs, Fenway's Health's Trans Health Program, a patient advocate, as we sift through the noise surrounding trans and gender-diverse care. The panel will bust common myths, discuss the impact of misinformation, and address how to find accurate information. We also want to hear what questions you have. Bring them to the panel for answer in an interactive portion of the event. Densha Dikimono. This panel will go into brief information on wondrous history of Japanese train lines. So yeah, I wondered what that was. The title gave no information in English. So convention history, cons before and after furries. Join us for a look at over 80 years of history and convention scene from the early years of world cons to the modern virtual cons. We will look at the fandom that shaped the early cons and paved the way for the furry convention scene and what impacts furries left over the overall con scene. Hosted by Bash the Pinata. Interesting name. I wonder if they're the pinata furry that I've seen. That's more than likely. The Flannel Panel. Fursuit figure drawing, hosted by Brayburn. Also, this is the one that Ollie is going to be at. Okay. Definitely want to attend this one. Improve your drawing skills with the help of some fluffy models. Bring paper, supplies, and get ready to study Fursuiters' dynamics displays as they strike poses for you, featuring Ollie Alpaca and more. Saturday night dances. DJs include Half-Bit, Popcorn, Xavier Zeta, The Camillix, and Hawk X Voxel. Starting at 9, going to 2 once again. Night Market Photo Studio. Come get your photos taken at Night Market. So this is the big adult audiences only event that's happening. Anthem New England's first adult ballroom event brings you dealers, drinks, and dancing, along with a not safe for work auction at 11 p.m., benefiting our 2 charities. So this is happening at the same time as the photo studio, and it goes until 2 a.m. Making Adult Comics, hosted by Shiny Skunk. A how to draw comics panel from script to thumbnails all the way to color and lettering, with a focus on adult furry comics in particular. Furries, a fandom. Fans of what exactly? This is hosted by a PhD student in American Studies at the University of Texas in Austin, writing a dissertation on the furry fandom. Writer Slam trains a brief, slightly incorrect, and intoxicated history of Boston's MBTA. And Lupus and Tabula. There is a werewolf problem in your town, and you have to get rid of them by voting them out. Very well balanced game that should last about 1 to 3 hours, depending on the amount of people. No experience required to play. So that is Saturday, and now the final day with far less activities going on. Let's see here. We go. So starting at 9 a.m., Unrailed Score Attack Tournament. Hoofers Meet and Greet. Calling all bulls, cows, deers, goats, horses, reindeer, sheep, and more. Whether you're species or you just really like them, come and get to know your fellow herd members. Fursuits encouraged, but not required. Comfy vibes and coloring books. Looking for somewhere to unwind? Come hang out and listen to comfy music and color for a bit. Supplies will be provided, and we will be listening to mostly instrumental jazz and bossa nova. The Music of Zelda's Animal Races. In this music appreciation presentation, we'll discuss how Zelda composers use tropes and musical shorthand to depict the game's anthropomorphic animal characters. Enjoy classic video game music and learn about the musical identity of the Zora, the Rito, and more. Plant Parent Meet and Swap. So evidently people who really love plants can come to this panel. How does a COVID test work? Interesting topic to do after all this time in, but hey, I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't know and would like to know. How do I POB? Want to learn all about making fursuit paws? This is the panel for you. Animorphs, idiot teenagers. Perhaps you've seen the book covers or heard about the books where the kids turn into animals. Learn a bit more about the classic 90s book series with animal transformations, alien invasions, and its surprising effects on young adult books. Photographers and videographers meet up. Come hang out with other photographers and videographers. Bring your cameras and stickers and business cards. The dance competition from noon to 2 p.m. Build a bucket, making a fursuit head base. Want to learn the very first steps in making a fursuit head? Come and learn how to make fursuit head base. Temporary tattoo party. Furry game jam. This panel will be for anyone in game development to come together and create prototype games. Knowing game development can take time. I would have the jam running for 1 week leading up to the convention and concluding with the panel being where the submitted projects are shown off and discussed. Join the Discord server. Fursuit Recess. Hopefully I'll be able to attend that one at least. Flying in fursuit, how to do it, and why you shouldn't. A brief guide to the challenges and hazards to be aware of if you're planning on wearing a fursuit on a plane. That might be interesting. Beasts and transformation in Celtic myth. Furry Wheel of Fortune, hosted by Cirrus. It's a furry and animal-themed edition of America's Game. Play along with the contestants and spin the famous wheel and buy vowels as they solve word puzzles. Watch them spin and win. Players chosen for the game will play for prizes and have the chance to earn money for charity. Birding 101, hosted by Pine Raven. Learn how to identify some of the most common birds in the Northeast and some great places to look for birds. We'll go over basic bird anatomy and some birding jargon so you can get involved in one of the best outdoor passions. For those who love birding already, I'll share a bit about how you can get the job in birds as well.
Yay, Pine is wonderful.
And he's got talent. I entered that in 2020 with Lionel, where he did a magic act and I was his lovely assistant. Do you play what I play? A meetup for furs who want to connect with others through the games they like. A big part would be exchanging friend codes. This one seems to be one of those very loosely structured panels. But still, it might be interesting to check out. Kaiju Clash. I actually helped somebody build one of the cardboard buildings for this back in 2020, I want to say. Anyway, we have built a tiny box city. Fursuiters, gigantic by comparison, will pair up to enter the city and do battle. See your favorite fursuiters stomp buildings, or maybe even join in yourself. All ages charity auction. Join us as we auction off some cool items to benefit our charities. Needs and Youth on Fire. And closing ceremony is at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The train is leaving the station. And finally, the Dead Dog Dance. From 8 p.m. to 12 midnight, hosted in the Marina Ballroom. That is where the that is right here where the registration was held earlier before the con ended.
Oh no!
So yeah, that was going through all the panels that were there.
Sakonka, the maps weren't on screen.
What, they weren't? Oh no! Were we on screen at least?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely be posting the. I'll post the link to the Twitter post that I make into the description after I post the video to go live. Oh, there you go. So yeah, the Marina Ballroom is where the Dead Dog Dance is, and that was where the registration was being held. But anyhow, there's Sunday's events. And we're covering up the thing. Oh well, you kind of get the gist of it. But anyway, so yeah, I will be posting these to the to Twitter along with the link to this video. So there'll be cross promotion there. Feel free to use this if you'd like. I know the provided map doesn't really say what's being held where and when. I did my best to organize everything in as close to the room that I could, while hopefully making it easier to navigate. I've also labeled each of the columns as best as I could with the name of the room they're being held in, and posted all the times in chronological order. So hopefully that's all helpful to y'all. It was a lot of work to put this together. I am very OCD and very obsessive. I have definitely got something going on there. I also had put together a timetable, but I just didn't have space in this video to put it in there. You want to go full screen with the picture? So to wrap things up, since this is Friday the 13th, we had already played through the Friday the 13th puzzle game, the last couple Friday the 13ths. But yeah, we're going to try to play some PS4 games on Azurine's stream. And Mortal Kombat XL features Jason Voorhees as a playable character, along with such characters as the Alien and Predator, and Leatherface, yeah. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting to get to play that with you. It's been a long time since I've played it myself, so hopefully, I won't be, too much more experience than you. I don't know how much experience you have playing any of the modern Mortal Kombat games. Any?
Almost none.
Okay. But yeah, I've also got a few different other games we might end up playing at some point. I've got both of the My Hero Academia, My Hero One's Justice. I only have the first one physical. I've also got Injustice Gods Among Us. I unfortunately do not have the sequel yet. I've also got Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I know it's gotten a lot of flack. But, I think it's an okay game. I haven't really played through much of the story at all. At least I think there's a story I haven't played. Other games I have are the One Punch Man game and the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven game, which are also fighting games that should be 2 players. So we'll be able to play those at some point as well. But thanks for sticking through this with us. Sorry if you didn't really have much to add to the conversation. I had hoped that some of them might have gotten your interest. Hopefully you've gotten some ideas of some of the panels you want to try to attend. And hopefully you heard some panels that you want to be interested in. I'll also leave a link to the actual website that I got all this information from. It's also possible that some of this info has changed, as last year, as I was making these lists, they were actively shifting things around as they weren't exactly lined up properly. I remember that there were some panels that were overlapping in the same room. So hopefully they've ironed out those bugs, and they're like the panel schedule won't change since they posted it. Otherwise, I'm going to be very confused. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope to see you at Anthem New England, and we'll definitely be telling you all about how our trip was when we get back. And yeah, again, happy Fursuit Friday, and stay safe this Friday the 13th. Bye-bye.
Bye.